Nature cure, the word has a word called cure. Cure represents cura, that means care. Nature's care of health. That's what we represent by saying nature cure. And nature cure is a system which relies on the creative intelligence of life to be able to deal with all the problems of life. Every life is endowed with a self-repairing, self-maintaining and self-improving mechanism. Total reliance on this creative intelligence is nature cure. The word pathy indicates symptoms. When people adopt their treatment to remove the symptoms, it's pathological treatment, which we do not favor. We favor to remove the cause of the treatment, of the illness. As long as the cause persists, the effect will also persist. So we don't want to call it a naturopathy because we don't want to give any attention to pathy. Dis-ease or lack of ease is just a state of body when the life force is engaged in clearing the body, removing of its filth, accumulated filth. So disease is a healthy process in life which brings us back to normal health. Tasteless. Where did you get that idea? The food in the nature cure diet is supposed to be very tasty. If it is not tasty, people will not continue following it. And people are able to enjoy the taste. It's not insipid, it's wonderful. And the most important thing to remember here is that we have corrupted our taste with including spices and all kinds of condiments in our food. And these condiments and spices help us to eat without hunger. And we have so many varieties of vegetables and fruits, and all that we enjoy is the taste of the spices and condiments. Whereas each vegetable has contributed to the world of taste so much, we have variety. And we don't ever know or understand the taste of vegetables. Each individual vegetable has a different flavor and different taste. So some of the vegetables are subtle in taste. But to enjoy the subtle taste, you need hunger. We don't eat with hunger. So we end up eating the spices. Well, nature cure does not need a doctor or therapist. It needs only a teacher. Doctor in the real sense of the terms is a teacher. And we have plenty of teachers who have been trained in our institution, who keep on conducting classes and teaching people to help themselves. In nature cure, there is no methodology or adaptation of techniques which cannot be done by individual by themselves. We stress importance on the self-reliance of treatment. And most of the treatment can be done without an expert. And some of them where physical help is needed, we need to train some people to be able to be a successful nurse in natural therapy. Cancer is the safest of all diseases. It's accumulation of filth in a certain part of the body which forms a tumor. Tumor is like a jail, imprisonment of toxic cells in the body. If the toxic cells are allowed to circulate in the body, they multiply themselves and we have no way of removing the filth from the body. So this process is a protective mechanism where toxic cells are arrested in one tumor, and the tumor has got strong walls like a big jail, and those walls cannot be broken out. The prison, there is only one-way traffic of just pulling toxins in all the time. So when a person goes for a biopsy, he does the dangerous thing for himself by poking a hole into the tumor and taking out a sample. When you take out some sample, the prisoners or bad characters of blood escapes the tumor. and spreads in different parts of the body, and they multiply in those parts. Even if you remove the tumor surgically, you have already done the damage by doing a biopsy. If you don't do the biopsy, in nature cure treatment, we have seen patients getting cured and absolutely free of the tumor within a month, just in 4 weeks. If they have not done the biopsy, it's easier. If they have done the biopsy and they are labeled as cancer patients, they immediately go for chemotherapy. If the chemotherapy is also done and then they come to nature cure, then it's going to be not so good for them. Because this chemotherapy sends the toxic material inwards the body, whereas nature cure will bring it out and there will be a battlefield in the body. We should not subject a person to that kind of torture. If somebody dies after doing chemotherapy without any nature cure, they will say the doctor has tried maybe his best. In spite of his trial, patients died. If they come to nature cure and then die, they were doing all right, they were living, but they went to nature cure and they died. So we usually do not encourage to take patients who have already gone through chemotherapy. In spite of that, we had situations where there were patients belonging to the families of our own members, and where we had to do the nature cure, and such patients are living but not in full swing. There have been problems because of chemotherapy so many times done in their body. Mind can make or mar the health because we live in the sphere of mind. When the mind gets disturbed, our habits get disturbed. And we eat bad foods or we overeat just because we don't think about what we are doing. By doing wrong eating, we get sick. So mind directly does not spoil the health, but by disturbing our habits, our discipline, mind will lead us to wrong ways of living. We know that we are an organic whole and we would love to have only organic foods. But the non-organic foods which you are talking about, they are using chemicals like fertilizers and all that. They boost the size of the vegetable and it loses the original taste of the vegetable. If a vegetable is grown organically, it has got a beautiful taste and a flavor which is meant for that particular vegetable or fruit. When it's grown otherwise, it loses its originality. It may be big in size and shape, but it's not so good. Health comes from healthy lifestyle. But how much healthy lifestyle they followed and how much they were healthy is not a thing which can be measured with any standards of health. Only if they were happy doing what they were doing, even the so-called unhealthy food, if they were moderate in eating, if they were careful in chewing the food, all these things would not bother them so much. It's very, very, very important to check up again and again so that you will be detected with having new problems and you can get treatments for that, medical prescriptions, and it's very good for the insurance companies so that you will have continued insurance policies, and it's very good for the chemists who sell the medicines, it's very good for the doctors. They will have a permanent client for the rest of their life. It's very good for them. But if it's not good for individuals, our slogan is don't check your body, check your habits. All the illness that we get is because of our not checking our habits. If we correct our habits, illness goes away on its own. Diabetic is not an epidemic, it's not even a disease. It's a condition which has been created by us where the insulin is not secreted enough by the pancreas. Insulin is not a digestive juice, it's only an indicator telling the body that sugar is coming. So we don't need that if you eat the proper kind of sugar. The proper kind of sugar comes from fruits, variety of fruits. They are pre-digested. They don't even have to be digested. So if we are eating fruits, a diabetic person can eat any number of fruits, provided he eats one kind of fruit at a time. One kind of fruit is pre-digested and it doesn't need much digestion. If you mix the fruits, again the digestion becomes complex and it needs to be taking a lot of time, and that will be a disturbance to the body. Such patients will be labeled as having high sugar level and all those things. When we eat one kind of fruits, no problem at all. It digests very easily. In that way, in India, most of us are addicted to white sugar, coffee, tea, and all the sweets that's being sold in the sweet markets. That's making people getting diabetes. People are eating polished rice, sieved maida and all that, and processed foods. They are also creating diabetes. Nobody. You cannot stay away from nature cure. No matter how bad your lifestyle, no matter how much medicines you take, you are living a life natural, but not fully. We are all healthy, we are not fully healthy. In the same way, we are all following some health rules. You live because whatever health rules you are already following. Whatever good health you have is because of good habits you have. That's all. Parameters of good health are like 10. Equal distribution of heat all over the body, and feeling of complacency, and movements, graceful movements, walking, sitting, talking, anything can be done gracefully. A person who moves gracefully is looked at by people without taking care of their own jobs. They leave it and look at that person. Such a beautiful thing is a sign of good health. And one must have keen hunger. Most of us are used to eating without hunger. If a person starts eating with hunger, that means hunger is itself a good sign of health. We don't wait until we get hunger. So we don't know what is hunger. A person who has keen hunger and has sound sleep, not soundful sleep, but sound sleep where you don't know where you are lying down and absolutely forgot how long you slept. Even for a short duration, if a person sleeps with a good quality of sleep, that gives him the needed rest. We need ample exercise and adequate rest. Many people suffer because they don't get adequate rest. And then the next is, mind should be very happy. It should be very pleasant all the time. Sometimes you are very upset, sometimes you are sad, sometimes you are very angry. All these mood swings come to people who are not very healthy. A healthy person has a pleasant atmosphere. No matter what events go wrong in his life, that doesn't matter. He will overcome that easily. Fitness of the body to work. Anytime one should be fit to work, and absence of laziness. If a work is given to him and if it is important, he should not feel laziness. He should immediately jump up to it and do it. That can be done only by a healthy person. Absence of laziness. And on effortless, timely elimination of waste. That's one of the signs of health. And last but not the least, a person, any part of the body should not call its attention to him. If you don't feel the call of any part of your body, that means you are not even feeling the existence of your body. You are feeling so light and you move very freely. Such a person is very healthy. We will say it's fivefold. Ample exercise, adequate rest, positive food, positive thinking, engage in activities that will bring out your passion and your skill to help others. That's the 5 rules, which is very simple and easy to understand, I think.